Hey guys, it's Dee with Delightful Teaching, and I just got home from work. I'm in my pajamas, so you will not see me in this part of the video, but I have my stack of work that I am laying in my bed, and I have my stack of work that I'm going to be working on, and I wanted to quickly go through my lesson planner and kind of give a quick rundown of what this week was like. So here is my monthly overview, and on Tuesday, Monday was the first day of school, and we didn't have any resources on that day. On Tuesday, we had music. On Wednesday, we didn't have any resources. On Thursday, I had art, and I also had a grade level meeting that morning. Today, we had an assembly this morning, and we started our iReady testing in the computer lab at 10:30. So that's a little bit of our resources that we went to. Next week's going to be a busy week with resources, so I'm pretty excited about that because it's a long day when you don't have a resource. So as you can see, there was some changes that went on in my planner. If you see open spots, that means that I didn't get it. I either changed the plans for that, or I didn't get the chance to do it. Something happened. But the way that this planner works, it's Monday through Friday going down, and then each subject is across the top. So I basically have math centers first thing in the morning. Then we do math workshop. And I kind of switched some things around because I actually started doing my Saxon lesson before resource. And I don't include resource as a part of the day. I just include it over here as to what resource we go to and what time. So I kind of switched these two things around. So we did Saxon, and then we would come back from lunch and we would do our Daily 5. And for Daily 5 this week, all we worked on was read to self-expectations. That was pretty much our main objective, was to work on read to self-expectations and work on building our stamina. Towards today, I actually allowed them to do a little bit of buddy reading. But we're still kind of working on our stamina and working on reading for the whole time. Then we have Saxon, and then I live in Duval, so we have our Duval Reads program. So I noticed that it takes one day to read the story, and then the next day to do the writing activity. So that's kind of why this kind of went this way. And so I took one day to read the story, the writing activity the following day. Then I read this story, and then I decided not to move on to the next story because the next story is Beauty and the Beast, and I'm not ready to move on. I wanted to put these two together back to back, so I decided to do Beauty and the Beast part 1 and part 2 tomorrow. So, next week. So I'm getting ready to start planning for next week, but before I do that, I want to kind of go through the day. So for ELA, I'm trying to do both. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I heard about Rooted in Reading from Michelle at Pocket Full of Primary, and I think it's a great program, so I downloaded it from Teachers Pay Teacher. So I want to do that program for my ELA and my writing, but we also have a curriculum that we have, a reading curriculum that we have to work on. So that's been a little bit tricky trying to get both of those reading programs and blend them together. What I was thinking about doing is using the Rooted in Reading as my guided reading activities, and then just using the Read Aloud or the Duval Reads as my reading activity. But I don't know if you guys have any suggestions of how you can blend the two, because what I like about Rooted in Reading is that there is lots of, there's reading activities, but there's also grammar. There is, we're actually teaching kids how to read in this program. With the Duval Reads program, it's more or less a read aloud. You read aloud the story, and it never really teaches the kids strategies. So with Rooted in Reading, this week we were working on making predictions. You'll see there. We're working on making predictions. It has an anchor chart that goes along with it. And the students, while I read part of the story, and the students made their predictions, and then we followed up and we read the rest of it the next day. So that way the students have an opportunity to practice the skills that we're working on. But with Duval Reads, I find it difficult to teach kids, second graders, how to read and use that program. So for my math centers this week, we did Double Compare, which is a game that we play with cards where the kids will flip over 2 cards and whoever has the most gets the whole deck. It's kind of like I Declare War, but the kids are, working on adding and comparing their cards and numbers. And it's an activity that I kind of keep in my centers throughout the year. So it's a quick activity that I teach them. I teach them all together once at the beginning of the year, and it's a go-to that I can go back to. I also purchased on Teachers Pay Teacher a complete math program, and I'll try to link it below, where it spins for all different types of math. So we started with the addition spinets, and we can move on to place value spinets, and there's multiplication spinets, there's fraction spinets. There's a spinet activity for each and every lesson, or each and everything that we teach in math. So if you'd like to see more about that, just let me know. And I think that I got this off of Teachers Pay Teacher, and I may have gotten it from a video. So if I can find the video that I got the suggestion of the spinets, I will try to link it below. But like I said, I'm still new at this, so I will try my best. So that is pretty much my layout. Where you see check marks, those are the things that I was able to accomplish throughout the week. And some things you'll see Friday was this week. Today, I wasn't able to accomplish much. They did do their center activity. They were able to do spin it, and they were also able to do double compare. But I didn't get to do the math lesson because we had the assembly, and right after the assembly, we had computer lab. I didn't do the Excellent Emus nonfiction text. I'm going to do that on Monday. And they're going to do a directed drawing they're going to draw an emu to go along with their writing. And I'm going to put that up for open house. And we did the sentence search, but we did it actually on Thursday. So we did finish that. And Saxon, we did do the lesson 5 of Saxon. So I actually should go ahead and check that off. And what else? Oh, for science. So science is very difficult for me to do every single day. So the reason that I did not do reading this day is because we went through all of these science lessons after recess for today. So we talked about what is a scientist. We talked about the scientific method and making observation versus inferences. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to make Friday my science day, and I'll just do a longer science block versus trying to do science every single day, because the science lessons, for the most part, they're pretty short. So I can pretty much put those together in 1 or 2 days if I need to. So that is all I have for this week, and I'm going to work on planning for next week. I created the build. I didn't create it. I printed out a build chart so that I can start my math centers coming up next week. So I'm thinking about doing, for the B, I believe it's Buddy, I would just do some kind of type of game with them using manipulatives, independent. I'm going to use their iReady books for independent. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for using manipulatives yet. The L is for learning about math. I think that's going to be my center where the kids go to the computers. And D is doing math with the teacher, and that's going to be my teacher group. So I'm going to work on planning out what the kids are going to do for build this week for math workshop. I changed this back because I started with module 3 because module 1 is always very difficult for the students. So we're trying something new. So I actually have to change this. But for Saxon, we're on lesson 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And every 5 lessons, there's a test. So I think this is the day that they're going to have their first spelling test. And so their spelling words will go out on Monday. We're going to practice as a class buddy reading, and I think I'll introduce word work for the next 2 days. And after word work, I'll introduce work on writing and what they're supposed to do during those times. These came from the week before, so I need to look up in our curriculum guide to figure out what we're supposed to do for the rest of the week in our curriculum. And on Monday is the solar eclipse. So my team members and we've decided that we're going to do some activities with the solar eclipse. Don't ask me how it's going to fit in with all of the stuff that we have going on, but we're going to do a quick activity with that where we're going to watch a movie, watch a clip off YouTube, and then we're going to create a pinhole, I guess, thing so that they can kind of watch the eclipse without actually watching it. I'm also going to go to Lowe's or Walmart or Home Depot to see if they have the solar glasses. So if they have the solar glasses, I'm going to try to get, if they're pretty reasonable, I'm going to try to get a class set for my students so that they can actually see this once in a lifetime or once in 2 years solar eclipse. I've decided, I changed this up a little bit. What did I take out? I have no idea what I took out. But I took something out because now I have an extra space right here. And in this space, I've decided this is where I'm going to put my notes and meetings that I have for the week. So I have Shared Decision, which is a leadership meeting where the grade levels meet together to make any decisions for the school. And then I have a grade level meeting. So basically everything that we talk about here, we'll take it to the grade level. And I will need an update from the leadership team or my leadership person who went to that meeting. So that's all I have for right now. That is my weekend review. I hope that you like this video. I hope that you like the longer version of a vlog. Please leave in a comment below. Let me know if you like it or if I should still go to my, daily clips. Let me know what you guys like the best. Please like and subscribe and comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.